everybody. What's going on? I have my headphones in, so I just want to make sure you guys can hear me good. Thanks to Bad Art Tangent recommending some decent headphones to me. I should have better ones coming because I have 2 microphones and it hasn't worked out good. So work in progress, it's still. So guys, hello everybody. What is going on? Nice to see you all here. So if you can't tell by my title, thank you very much. Okay. If you can't tell by my title, I'm here to talk about a fellow creator who is, in the same type of community. I think a lot of you know who she is, Backwoods Barbi. Now, before I get started here, I just want to say this. Do not send any hate, harassment. Don't seek Backwoods Barbi out to tell her, anything that's negative, okay? Because here's one thing I want to make clear. And I noticed this from the get-go when I started talking about it yesterday on a couple different platforms, right? There seems to be this census that if somebody struggles with any form of mental health, that we not dare speak about them, right? And I think a lot of people, some people, like to, use that as a shield. I could say whatever I want about anybody I want, but nobody dare say anything about me. And that's a twisted mentality, in my opinion. Okay, it is. If you are a creator and you put yourself out there, you have to be subject to criticism, okay? And it's not fun. Nobody likes it. But as a creator, you are going to get negative comments. You're going to get negative feedback. Like I say all the time, you guys, I could put on a Mary Poppins dress and run around a field of flowers and sing happy songs and plant tulips. And there will always be somebody who doesn't like it. Like, it's part of the territory. It really, really is, right? Heather says, I cannot participate much, chat. You're going to be sewing? Okay. She has been using her mental health as a way to get out of everything. She goes right on the attack if someone does not agree with her. Yes, we got into it on, I think I lost the other part of the comment because it goes too fast, right? On Reddit, a couple days ago. Yeah, I heard about the Reddit thing. However, that Reddit is so popular that, like, I couldn't even find that whole Reddit thing, right? I was looking for it, couldn't find it. But mental health is not an excuse, right? It could be an explanation, but not a shield, not an excuse. Exactly. Criticism is a part of life. It is. It really is. I don't know of any creator, and I mean any creator, that doesn't get negative comments, that doesn't get trolls, that doesn't get, people that don't agree with them. I don't know anybody that does. Anybody. I really don't. And I don't know if it's still like this, right? But let's put it this way. I used to follow Backwoods Barbi, I don't know, like a year ago. I followed her for a few months until I noticed some, strange patterns that I didn't really agree with. And I quietly just, walked away. But I did notice that. Now, this is back when I followed her. I don't know if it's still like this because I don't try to watch people that are I put it this way. If I think I'm going to leave you a negative comment, chances are I probably won't watch you to begin with. But I noticed that back in the day when I would agree with her, my comments would get approved. And if it was even the slightest disagreement, my comment would never make it to her under her videos. It's like she has her comments on, or did, I don't know if she still does, let me make that clear, has all of her comments on review on all of her videos, which I don't know anybody else that had ever done that. I'm sure there are people, but so that tells me right off the rip that she can't handle anybody that doesn't agree, right? Now, it really stinks when people don't agree with you. Nobody likes that, right? Whether you're on YouTube, off YouTube, it sucks to hear that someone doesn't agree with you, right? I was blocked by Backwoods Barbi maybe a year ago after a comment that I left. See, not surprising, right? I mean, creators are entitled to block whoever they want, should they feel the need to. But if someone blocks you because they don't like your simple opinion, you're not harassing and you're not, bothering them, That's very strange in my opinion. She holds for review, right? If you hold all your comments for review, that tells me you just can't handle it. And the internet is the Wild West, man. It's the wild west. Okay? And it's not good for everybody. It's really not good for everybody. Not everybody should be on the internet, okay? All right, Backwoods Barbi tends to look down her nose on a lot of people recently. There has been a change in her. I will tell you this, right? Like, full transparency here. I used to really enjoy her. About a year ago, I was like, I don't even know if I had just started my YouTube channel or if it was before that. I can't particularly remember the date. And you know what? If I went through my Google Drive, I could probably find it because I helped her with something, right? So here's the deal. I'm going to play a video for you guys, and you'll hear her say, why does nobody stick up for me? Why does nobody go to bat for me? Et cetera, right? Which is going to be a pretty crappy feeling, right? If you are out here and you can't get a single person to, stick up for you, have your back, whatever, another creator, like, that's going to be a really crappy feeling, right? However, let me say this, and maybe some of you can fill me in on how you feel about it, or if you've been through something similar with her, right? So about a year ago, she was really struggling with something on her YouTube channel. I can't remember specifically what it was, okay? She was like, why can't I do this? It was something, I don't know if it was a community tab. Her playlist was gone on her main page or something along the lines of that. She was like, where have all my videos gone? I am being shadow banned. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this. This was like a year ago, okay? I'm being shadow banned. Who's doing this to me? Where did my videos go? She was bugging out for a couple days, okay? And I felt bad for her. I really did. So what I did was, now she didn't ask, well, she said, if anyone can help me, let me know, right? She didn't specifically ask me for help. She probably doesn't even remember this, but listen. She was bugging out about a playlist, needed help, yada, yada. You get the point. What I did was, because I like to help fellow creators, I really do. I think a lot of the people who are closest to me will tell you, like, I love to help other creators the best I can. Like, whether it be with helping you get a channel off the ground, telling you what worked for me, whatever it is. Like, I just enjoy helping other people. Now, granted, a year ago, I was, what the hell did I know, right? But it was something really easy, and I was like, yo, this is so easy to fix for her. So what I did is I made her a video, okay? I kept it on unlisted, and I sent it to her. I said, hey, look, I'm sorry to hear you're having this problem. This is how you can fix it, right? Now, I don't know if you're familiar, but an unlisted video is so nobody else can see it, right? So I did that. I sent it to her. The unlisted, now mind you, she's the only one I sent it to. So the unlisted video definitely had a view on it. So I know she saw it, right? And her problem was fixed. So she watched my video. It helped her problem. And I never heard a word from her. Not, I do things to help people because I want to help them. I don't expect anything in return, because expectations do lead to disappointment, yada, yada. You get my point. It was like, this problem she was going on about for 3 days, she was complaining about, couldn't figure out. I helped her. She watched the video. She fixed her problem right after, but never, ever, 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 ever said anything. No, thank you. No, nothing. So, and I have noticed in the past year or so, like, anybody, like Truth Sleuth, for example. Truth Sleuth, if you're not familiar, she's a larger creator. She's got a pretty big following compared to most of us around this area in the sphere of YouTube. And that, again, Backwoods Barbi was like, what's going on with my channel? Why is this happening? And Truth Sleuth was like, look, this is what you're doing wrong. Oh, forget about it. Flip a desk. Like, literally, Backwoods Barbi was like, no, bah. She like bugged out. So she's the kind of person where, like, she'll ask for help. You'll tell her, and like, she'll either A, won't thank you, or B, she'll drag your ass for even thinking that what she's saying ain't right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I have noticed that about her. That's my opinion, okay? You're all entitled to your own opinions. It is what it is. I never said anything about this whole, I sent her a video, whatever. You guys have probably never even heard me talk about this, because like I said, it's not good to expect things from people, right? who the hell am I, literally? So I thought that was interesting, and I think that just so the other day when I heard her saying like nobody will help me, nobody will stick up for me, nobody will go to bat for me, I'm like, yo, you want the nicest person, let's just keep it real. Like, like she's not the nicest person. She doesn't make it easy to want to help with her attitude. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'll be the first to tell you I got a big old attitude. We all know that, right? But I think like if you want camaraderie with your fellow creators, you have to, I don't know, be nice to them. It's like a pretty simple idea, right? We learned that in kindergarten kind of thing, So here's the thing. I'm going to play for you the, I don't know which one I'm going to pick yet, but there's been a couple of videos where she's just gone off, and maybe we can help her understand better. I want to give everybody a chance to voice their opinions, whether you agree with her, if you really think she is being targeted and harassed, come up, voice your opinion. I mean, I'm not stopping anybody from doing that. I want to make that clear. I have my opinions, but this is more of like an open panel thing where you guys are more than welcome to tell me how you really feel, right? I don't want to just give you one side here. I want to hear from you. So what I want to do now is bring up, which one should I pick, you guys? Let's see. I have 3 here that are pretty interesting. Let's go to the one where she thinks that Katie Joy from Without a Crystal Ball is taking her work, right? Because I think a lot of people saw that video and went, oh my God, of course Katie would do that, right? Of course Katie would do that, right? Everybody knows Katie Joy is a sneaky, horrible person, right? So it's easy to believe that would happen. But did it really happen though? I don't know. That's what I want to talk about, because judging by my research, it did not happen. And I'm going to show you why I believe that. And if you know something I don't know about, being plagiarized by Katie, let me know. I'm down to hear it. I'm not going to sit up here and say I know everything about everything, because I don't, right? But let me bring this video up here. Hold on. There's a couple of them where she goes in on the plagiarizing thing. Okay. Hold up, guys. Bringing it up right here. Okay, the break in the news. One second, I'm getting stuck on my own page. Here we go. All right. Let me share the screen here. Sorry, I should have had this up already, but I was looking for my dollar store headphones. I couldn't find them anywhere. I got a little behind. All right, here we go. I wrote it down. That was smart of me, at least. Yep, I still use a pen and paper sometimes. You guys believe that? Okay, WASP, stealing my work, passing it off as her own. That was the name of it. Okay. Actually, just go to my history. That'll bring it right up. All right, I'm going to mute myself so I can play this, okay? 1 second here. Sorry that took me a second. I'm a Latida, we all know. All right, here we go.
You right now. Stop stealing my stories and my content without giving me credit. This is her latest video as of last night, her latest live stream. She thought she was in here breaking some stories about how Oprah contacted the police and Oprah's legal team confronted Jim Bob and blah, blah, blah. She thought she was breaking some news. She didn't think that. She wanted to say that so people would believe she was breaking the news. When in fact, back in May of this year, I broke that MF in news. Okay.
Now, this is what I have a problem with, right? We all know I don't like Katie Joy. What I also don't like is when people try to use Katie Joy to get their own kind of I don't know, clout or people to back them up or have a story to tell. Or some people will just be like, yo, I saw Katie dressed as the devil down on the corner on Sunday and like it really happened, you guys. And everybody's like, of course it did. Do you know what I mean? Like, that Katie can be like, oh my God, they said they saw me dressed as the, then it gives her one more thing to freaking cry about. Okay. Now, does Backwoods Barbi really believe this? Maybe she does. And if she really believes it in her heart to be true, then I don't think it's a lie. But I will say this. This is pretty obvious to me. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that breaking news is the very first person who puts the story out, whether it be via blog, on YouTube, on Twitter, wherever, okay? So the very first person that shares the news is the actual breaker, okay? If you read an article, like what Barbie did here, she read an article. Does she tell you where the article's from? Nope. Does she link the article in her description? Nope. Does she credit her source? Nope. So it makes no sense to me, guys, that she is out here in these YouTube streets saying, I broke this. Katie took it from me. I did this. But she's showing you where she got it from. Am I missing something here? Because if I am, I'm down to hear it, right? Now, listen, if you go look at the comments on this video, every single comment is like, oh my God, I can't believe Katie's doing this to you. It's like, did any of you guys think to actually look at the date, to actually, I don't know, do some common, very, 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 very common sense things and think, oh, okay, she's showing us she got it from someone else, but she's not crediting that person. I'm not talking about Barbie. So someone explain to me how Katie is plagiarizing her. That makes no sense. And I don't know if nobody has told her that yet, or maybe somebody has and she just didn't approve the comment. But Barbie, I'm sorry. If you're listening, listen, girl, I don't hate you. But what I'm seeing is very, very obvious, and I think somebody needs to tell you, and I will be the one. This makes no sense. It doesn't. Let's continue.
Okay, I discussed it in my video. She knows that because she watches my videos, and I know that because she knows exactly what's in my videos.
Let's think about that. Katie shared this story, and she had to have got it from me, obviously, because obviously she watches my video because I'm the only person in the world who's ever talked about this. No. Okay? Did it ever cross your mind, Barbie, that maybe Katie read this article? We all know that's what Katie does. She literally reads articles and brings it to YouTube. Just because maybe you put it on YouTube before her doesn't mean that she got it from you. It might seem like that to some people who are not content creators, who don't know to like, who don't care enough to look into what her claims of what she's saying. I can see why you would think that, right? But that does not mean you're the breaker. It does not mean if somebody else also reports on an article that they are plagiarizing you. That's not what this means. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, okay? So let's continue.
Okay, you don't know what's in my videos unless you watch them. Period. Because there's all kind of stuff in my videos. Now, she's already been called out by me for doing this shit last week. She's stealing my stories, selling them to tabloids, and pushing them off as her own. Now, if this shit comes out with The Sun, The Hollywood Gossip, or another tabloid, I'm going to take legal action, girl. I'm going to take the legal route. I'm going to sue the hell out of her for plagiarism because that's exactly what it is. I've done contacted these tabloids and heard no response. Shocker. Now, Catherine, what you going to do is stop stealing my shit, period. And for those who don't know what plagiarism is, it is the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own. Excuse me?
Okay, so Let me go back up here. So LMNOP says, I left Barbie an encouraging comment. I feel for her. Whether or not it's KJ or her people, she is clearly having a hard time and needs support. Criticism can be done in an encouraging way if necessary. Okay, and you are absolutely, that's nice that you left her an encouraging comment. I definitely think that's a great idea. However, I'm glad that you don't think she's exempt from criticism, right? I'm glad you don't. Because at the end of the day, and I'm not even just talking about this video, there are videos that have been made lately where she threatens bodily harm and literally just, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if anybody is telling her, like, look, that's not how this works on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if it's really mental health. I don't know if she just says whatever she wants and then goes, but wait a minute, my mental health. Like, yo, somebody needs to say it out loud, okay? Because you're a creator in mental health and not, yo, I have mental health issues. I am not stable, you know? But you'll never hear me say, don't give me criticism because I have mental health. Like, the people who do that, it's just like, no. No, because clearly she's steadily convinced that people are stealing from her. She's the almighty. Everybody's biting her content, this, that, the other thing, right? And she's upset that nobody will stick up for her. But I've never seen an instance where she's actually been a halfway decent person to a fellow creator. I mean, she's always ranting, raving, yelling about how this one did this, that one did that. I mean, the Truth Sleuth thing, she's never going to let that go. And guess what? Truth Sleuth was right. She was right. She was actually right. So, like, how do you get through to somebody who wants help, but you tell them how they can fix their problem and yet they don't want to hear it? Do you know what I'm saying? So this is the whole point of the thing, right? Like Backwoods Barbi can be very funny, right? I followed her for a long time. I think she can be very entertaining, right? But she's out here asking why, and I feel like maybe someone needs to tell her why. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not trying, just to be clear, I'm not saying that LMNOP is telling me this. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to bring this girl hate. I'm just trying to call out the obvious, the very, very, very obvious, because a lot of the people that are in her little circle there think she's right because they believe everything she says, right? They're not thinking to go, let me check this out. Maybe, you know, because everybody knows Katie Joy is Katie Joy. So nobody's going to think to actually see if these claims are valid. And judging by her comment section, everybody's taking it at face value. And herein you have the snowball effect where her problems never get solved because her echo chamber is not saying, but wait a minute, Barbie, you're not right. You know, agree or not, but this will never, ever, ever get fixed. And here's the thing, you guys. Mental health can be a very, very serious subject. Obviously, something might not be right. Like I said, maybe she genuinely believes it. And if she does, then something else might be going on, right? And that's sad, man. That's scary. It's sad. And everybody tells her, take a break, right? And her whole thing is like, I can't take a break because this is my business. Well, this is what she needs to hear, I think. If I could tell this girl anything, it would be this, right? Without your mental health being on track, right? And I know this because I've had these problems, not since I've had my channel, but I know it's a life thing, not just a channel thing, right? If you are having tough issues, you need to sort them out. Like, this might be your business and your livelihood, but your business and your livelihood don't function without your brain. If your brain's not cooperating lately, then you need to sort that out, or else your channel will never be sorted out. Like, chicken, egg, you need to take the brain isn't a chicken egg. Yo, that's first. That is first. Figure out whatever it is we need to figure out here. Channel stuff, business, even money, that's all second, right? Very, very, very secondary. Very secondary, you know? And I think that if she were to do that, then maybe things, you know, could get better, right? Because I think we're all witnessing here is a semi-spiral. Like, Not a KJ spiral, because KJ is just a horrible human being, but this is a spiral nonetheless, right? It really is, and it's sad. Like, I don't want to watch anybody go through this. I really don't. Somebody needs to say it. I don't know. I maybe I'll be the jerk. I'll say it. I mean, it's what it is, you know. And I'm probably gonna be the next jerk to. I'm gonna be the next truth sleuth, whatever. But I'm not the only one who notices this, right?
Girl, you've been doing this for quite some time now, not only with myself, but with Reddit, with other creators. I cannot speak for them folks, but I can speak for me. Plagiarism is essentially theft and fraud committed simultaneously. I can't say that word. Simultaneously. There we go. It is considered theft because the writer takes ideas from a source without giving proper credit to the author. Plagiarism can be illegal and a violation of United States copyright laws. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and report your damn video for plagiarism. And then
so she's reporting this stuff, right? Like that. I can't stand Katie. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Can't stand her. But when your own mental health is affecting other creators because you have this idea that, you know, you were the main source of this information, that's not okay. It's not. It's really not. That's like Chris McDonough from the Interview Room, like when he copyright struck because he didn't like what I said. It's basically along the lines of the same thing. It's not okay. You know, it's not fair and it's not okay. So let's continue.
if you keep doing it, I'm going to sue the hell out of your ass. Okay? I'm going to sue the holy hell out of your ass. You can't sit here and steal folks' work and take credit for it. No, ma'am. You might have been doing it, but you're not going to do it now and have me sit back and be quiet about it. Because, child, I got a voice and a platform, and I have got some subscribers that will listen to the facts and see the evidence I present and know your ass is doing illegal shit, and they'll share it. Share the hell out of this video because I'm tired of her going around doing illegal shit to people, committing fucking crimes, and not getting no damn repercussions. And another thing, I'm tired of some folks labeling me as angry when I got to go through this shit every damn day. Hell, you'd be angry too. Somebody's over stealing your work and not getting, them getting the credit for it after you've worked hard to do something. Somebody just coming up, stealing it out from under you and getting credit for it. You would have a problem with that too. So,
Barbie, I posed this question to you, okay? And I really hope that you hear this, that you listen, that you take this in, okay? How do you think? Now, listen, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I don't link the articles that I reference. I think a lot of us creators can agree that, sometimes we drop the ball in that, right? So you're over here like, it really stinks when someone takes your work. Like, okay, how do you think the person who wrote this article would feel hearing you say what you're saying? Just think about that for a second, right? Think about that for a second.
if you're trying to come to me saying that I'm angry and I don't need to do this, I will do whatever I want to do. Okay? I am human. I got feelings. And if I'm pissed off over somebody stealing from me, hell, I got a damn good right to be pissed off. You would too. And I don't know why YouTube won't do nothing, but I'm going to tell you something. They're going to get real tired of hearing from these people who she has damn committed crimes on through their platform. They're going to get real tired of hearing about it because they're going to hear about it again today. Because right after I upload this video, I'm going to let them know. And I'm going to let them know I don't appreciate that shit when I bust my ass to follow the terms of service and the rules and guidelines. And I got folks out here stealing my damn work, my hard work, and taking credit for it and getting paid double for it because she sells it to these tabloids like The Sun and the Hollywood Gossip. And I'll go here and post, I got shout outs. Yeah, for other people's work. And every time she does it, I'm going to expose her ass and I'm going to upload a video. So get ready. Please smash that subscribe button if you have not.
I don't know. I can't agree with this at all. Not even a little bit. And it has to do with blaming Katie Joy. Like, that tells you something, right? And I think majority of this community that is actually paying attention to what is going on doesn't agree either. And you might love this girl. You might love Backwoods Barbi because she does have a lot of people that like her. But, like, I don't think that the next part I want to get into is I don't think she's being targeted, not only by Katie, but by any specific group of people in general, right? I really don't. And listen, if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words. Does she get nasty comments to her? Yup, she certainly does. everybody does, though, especially if you're going to be a polarizing figure. Like, you just heard her go off, right? Like, sometimes I go off. Lots of people hate me, right? Like, if you're going to be out here owning your nasty and just yelling about it, there's going to be people that don't like it. Like, it's just part of the game. Like, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. It seems like she has a mental health aside, right? I think it's just in her character to not take well to people who don't agree with her. And I know, like, it sucks. It really does. But I don't want to see this girl, like, lose her watch base. I don't want to see her fail. I don't want to see anything bad happen to her. But it's like she's yelling into a void and losing it. And hopefully she can get brought back to Earth. You know, maybe Leon can go pick her up. You know. So here's the deal, guys. Let me drop the link. I am down to hear anybody's opinion. I don't care if you hate me and you agree with her. I don't give a shit what it is, okay? Come up. Tell me how you feel. Maybe there's more to this story that I don't know. Maybe you saw some other things you want to talk about. Let me know. But anyways. Okay, there's the link. Oops, I didn't even do the link right because I hit a button. There we go. That one had an extra symbol on the end. Leave it to Beaver. I should probably delete that so people don't hit the wrong one. I don't even know what I did with my phone, though. What did I do? Okay. So, there's that. Okay. So, I just hope that this person gets themselves in order. Because the channel, the business, that's all second. Okay. Also, another big thing that really, this part makes me angry. It does. This part I'm not okay with. You may have seen me talk about this part already. Let me bring up my Instagram here because I want to show you guys something. Hold on. I know someone's knocking at the door to come in on the thing. I'm in my Instagram. Give me 1 second. Okay. This is what I have a problem with too, but let me see. Who do we got here? High Christ Conflict.
Hey.
What's going on, buddy? This is what I have a problem with too, but let me see. You shut the Can you shut YouTube off in the background, honey? So
that's what I was hearing. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I couldn't figure it out. I'm good now.
Yeah, sometimes you don't realize it either, especially if you're on your phone, like it'll come up over it, so you forget. It took me a long time to figure that out, by the way.
I don't feel bad. I'm high, so you know.
All right, so this is what I have a problem with right here. Okay. This was over the summer, I believe. Yeah. So it says, yesterday, when I uploaded the Todd Chrisley versus Without a Crystal Ball lawsuit, there was one video on it. Now, that video creator was Waxy, okay? So Waxy technically broke this news, okay? If we're gonna,
okay.
Whether Waxy got it from an article or not, I don't know, right? So, as you can, let me reread that again, okay? Yesterday, when I uploaded the Todd Chrisley lawsuit thing, there was one video on it that was uploaded by a smaller channel and didn't have many views. The fact that so many have uploaded, then credited everybody else is comedic to me and just proves what I felt and thought for months. I pay attention to everything. Praise Conflict.
Yes.
What do you think is wrong with this whole statement? Let me see. What do you...
I think what's initially wrong with the statement is the fact that she's taking credit for an article somebody else wrote. All she did was upload it and speak to it. So anybody that grabbed the article didn't need to compliment or cite her because they have the original article. You don't have to give somebody else credit if you have the original source too.
Right. Yeah.
And she found it just like anybody else would have found it. And she's clout seeking by saying everybody's copying off of me. But
let me ask you this, okay? Let's pretend for a second that Katie really was taking from her, okay?
Okay.
Tell me what's wrong with her saying, I took this. She's literally saying in this, that what you're looking at right here, it says, yeah, somebody else made the video, but my video got more views. Therefore, I didn't credit them and nobody will give me credit. How do you interpret this? Like, she's complaining she's not getting credit, but she's admitting at the same time that she took it from somebody else in this comment right here on the screen. It is wild to me. It makes me angry.
I had a boss that said one time that's the equivalent of beating the thief to the safe.
Beating the okay.
Because you're complaining about something she did when you actually did the same thing, except I guess Katie got more clicks and views than Backwoods Barbi, and so that's why she's complaining like it's stolen from her.
Yeah, she's talking about Waxy. So she's saying, yeah, you know what? Waxy put it out there first, but she's smaller than me and didn't get many views. So I don't know why nobody's crediting me. What?
Because she's still not the original source. Like, you can't credit her. She gets no credit for it. It makes no sense. I mean, seriously, I came in on like halfway through this, but just by protocol. Right. If Waxy found the article, whether she got the most views or not, like, for example, Alyssa Milano was the one that pretty much put on the map the Me Too hashtag, but it started in 2007.
Right.
So, yeah, you don't see Alyssa Milano saying, oh, people are saying that after I said it. No.
Right. So Barbi goes off and she says, like, just because I'm a smaller creator and Katie has more people, like, she ain't credited me. She's literally done the same thing to somebody else, Backwoods Barbi, as you could see. She's like, yo, Waxy's didn't have as many views as mine, so why is nobody giving me the shine? Like, you want all the shine. I was so disgusted when I saw this, okay? Literally, I was like, you want all the shine, don't you? And you're not even the one that brought it to YouTube. Like, that's what this is about. It's literally like me. This is self-centered shit right here, okay? When you're complaining about the same thing that you've done to somebody else, it is literally the definition of hypocrisy. And somebody has to tell you this, because this is where I was like, yo, this girl, forget about it. Like, that was messed up. It was messed up.
Yeah, it was totally, like, I don't understand why you couldn't just say, yeah, I covered that story too in the story.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get the original uploading, go see Waxy. The fact that these people are complaining about KJ and the things that she does while at the same time being KJ themselves. That's the part that I remark on the most. Like, these people are turning into KJ, and it's usually the people whose channels are strictly about KJ. Yeah, they start running around in circles at a certain point, and then they start becoming the person that they're claiming they hate.
To be fair, she does do. She used to do a real lot of KJ stuff. Now it's down to, I don't know, like once a week or something. But anyways, hi Jay, what's going on?
Hey, how are you, T-Spiracy or AZ?
Hey, what's up? So what do you think about this amazing oxymoron comment up here?
Yeah, well, so I made my video last night, if you know, so I have the same exact thoughts as you. I think we talked about it in chat, how, she's taking other people's work and then passing it off as her own. I followed her from the beginning when she first started her channel. She had made a couple Katie videos. She was claiming Amber, Sherelle's World assistant, was hacking her when she first started her channel. And she would make community posts every day saying, Sherelle's World, attacking me.
Really?
I swear. Yep. Her community posts are still up. You can find them if you go all the way back. She was accusing Amber, Sherelle's World's ex-assistant, of hacking her and saying Sherelle's World has been bullying her.
What? Why?
So she's been doing this thing for a long time.
What was her logic behind why that woman would do that?
Okay, so Amber has been known to, she had Sherelle's World's like account information because she was her assistant. So apparently she was actually going into Sherelle's account, and then Sherelle would go live about it. I think that's where I think that Barbi was getting like people attempting to access her account, and then she was accusing Amber of doing so because that was going on with Sherelle's World at that time.
Jeez.
And now that people accuse Katie because the whole Nat thing happened, so people were accusing Katie of hacking and everything, and that's where Barbi got the idea. So she went from Amber to, wait, now this makes sense. It's probably Katie.
Oh my God. That's terrifying. Listen, being in a paranoid state like that, like thinking that, oh, because they're doing it to other people, or people are saying they are, then obviously they're the ones that are doing it to me. Like, that must be a really scary place to be, thinking that people are really out to get you. Like, not for nothing, as much as we all don't like Katie, like, I don't think that Katie needs to buy anything from Backwoods Barbi or me or you or anybody else or the creator on our level, and I just don't see that. And
Yep.
and
she does enough horrible stuff. You don't have to make up stuff about her.
exactly. So
But
my
that could be
question,
said about Real Entertainment News, Jay. But you said that he threatened to kill you, when we all know he didn't.
No, he
do
didn't
that.
threaten to kill me. He did threaten me. He threatened to bury me and give me a mental breakdown. But I never said he threatened to kill me. But I don't know what burns, unless that's supposed to be, you know, a metaphor for something. But he hasn't done anything.
Guys. Hey. I don't want to listen. I love you both, but I just don't want to talk about Real Entertainment News. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
It's not the Real Entertainment News factor. It's just the hypocrisy going on in here, where somebody's talking about how, you know, everything that happens to them, they're victimized, and then they want to throw it and lash out on everybody else, and now they want to come in here and play victim.
All right. Crazy conflict.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
No one attacked me, but okay.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. Awkward.
Oh man. AZ, we are going live. We should talk about how we're going live with Steve. Talk about crystals.
Oh yes. On Saturday at what time again?
I don't even know.
I think it's at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll get back to you. We're going to talk to Steve about crystals. So don't tell Katie, because, like, you know, I don't want her knowing I'm meeting up with the cult leader. I really wanted it to be a surprise. That way, when she tries to get all my Instagram conversations with Steve, that she only sees that, you know, he didn't want Unirock on, and that he invited me to talk about crystals, because that would be pretty cool if that's what she goes through all this stuff with me for, just to see that. But anyways, what was I going to say? I completely just get sidetracked by all that. So I just hate when people I like to argue. Just, I don't know. All right, so let's see. So I don't think, now correct me if I'm wrong, is there anybody in the chat that knows of an instance, a real life instance, where, you know, maybe Katie Joy did steal something from Backwoods Barbi? Maybe, I'm trying to figure out if it happened one time with something small and it really did happen, and now she just thinks everything is. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find out if there is a real instance.
That there was one video.
Okay, so there was one. All right.
I'm pretty sure there was one video. I don't remember, but I do remember. I'm not going to say that I don't remember if she read an article or something, you know, Backwoods Barbi, but Katie did make a video like right after hers, and it was like the same exact like title, name, and everything, same exact info, said the same and everything. It did seem very sus to me. So I do think that could be the case.
Okay, I'm curious as to what that is, right? Because here's the thing. Now, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it Josh Duggar is being released? But okay, now, I am so glad you reminded me about that. In Crazy Conflict, I only stuck you on mute because I was hearing background noise. You can unmute yourself whenever you're done. I don't know what you were doing, but that's the only reason why I muted you. I didn't mute you for any other reason, just so I'm clear.
I didn't notice. You're fine.
Okay. All right. I just didn't want you to think I was like being a douche. Okay. So yeah, that I'm so glad you brought this Duggar being released thing up, right? I'm so glad you brought that up, because I almost forgot. And this is really important. And this is a huge part of what I wanted to get to next. So thank you. All right. So let me go to my history here, because this is where I think, like you just said, a lot of people go, well, that one time this happened, right? And here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the video up. I'm going to mute myself too.
I thought this was interesting. This was an article dated back in 2015. And I want to discuss this too. Harpo, this is, you know, there has been some more stuff come out about this piece of trash. So since I've kind of been talking about it since the arrest and all this, I feel like I'm just going to keep talking about it, because this guy is trash. This family, in my opinion. Look, now, I'm a bad hours. And I've seen a lot of people like, well.
Okay, this is the point I want to make on this. I'm going to play you a part of this video, and you're going to hear her say, you're going to hear Backwoods Barbi say, I'm going to read some articles, okay? And then we'll go from there. That's what I want you to listen to. Hold on.
Okay.
Now, if you're new here, hey, how are you? What I'm going to do is read some of the articles that have been posted in the past couple of minutes and couple of hours, and we're just going to dissect and discuss.
Okay, so as you all know, right, when Josh Duggar got released, like that was a big thing. Everybody was like, what do you mean he's released? Like, remember? So what happened here was, now this is the thing, not only you, Jay, a couple other people on Twitter were like, well, that one time, you know, Backwoods Barbi said it first, and then Katie did. Well, we have to remember, Katie reports on everything Duggar, right? Also, it's not like Backwoods Barbi went to the courthouse and was standing there with her notepad and her pocket recorder and hopped out of the courthouse and was like, I need to let my people know about this. Like, no, that's not how this went down at all. What happened was she was probably the first one to get the articles and maybe was the first one to bring it to YouTube, but that doesn't mean she broke the news. And I think that's where the confusion comes from this, right? Because if you look at it, yeah, you know what? Backwoods Barbi's video came up before Katie's, so I can see why in her mind, if she's already convinced that Katie's copying her, why one would think this. But the truth is, neither one of them broke this news because the articles are going to be read from where she got the news. And yeah, let me just continue here.
Discuss. So go get you a snack, go get you something to drink. Let's kick back. Let's talk. Go get you coffee. Let's talk. The judge then released him to a family friend, quote unquote custodian, prohibiting him from any internet accessible devices pending his July 6th trial on the child pornography charges. He's going to have access to some internet. I have full confidence in the United States Marshal Service to find you if you decide not to comply with these conditions of release. So don't make me regret this decision. The judge said after a 4-hour hearing conducted over Zoom. You won't, Your Honor. Thank you very much, responded.
So you get the hint, right? She goes on to read other articles, and what she doesn't do is tell you, not only does she not link them, okay, I'll give her the break for not linking them, because like I said, some of us suck at that. It is what it is, right? She didn't link them. Not only did she not link them, she doesn't even tell you where they came from. She doesn't say, okay, I'm going to read you a freaking Newsweek one or whatever. She just blocks it all off. So, but she says in the beginning, like, I'm going to read you other people's work. Like, hello. So it's not her breaking news. It's my point. You guys get it. Anyways, let me go to the next part here. I want to show you. Let's see. 7:47 in. Okay, let's see. I marked this time. Let me see why. Hold on. All right.
I also thought this was interesting. This was an article dated back in 2015. I want to discuss this too.
Okay, so as you can see here, guys, I'm pretty sure that the person's voice we're hearing is not Natalie Finn. Natalie Finn broke this news. At the bottom, you might not see it because the line's there. Natalie Finn broke this news. There it is. On May 22nd, 2015, at 7:57 p.m., she talked about something that happened, I don't know, in 2002, 2006, something like that. So as you can see, now, Waxy had already spoken about this on YouTube, okay? So you have Backwoods here thinking, because she spoke about this here article before Katie did, that she is owed something, okay?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make any sense to you guys? Anybody? Is there anyone out there in this chat right now that thinks I am wrong? I really want you to tell me, because I think
you're wrong.
Okay. tell me why I'm wrong.
Because you probably root for the Boston Celtics, and anybody that roots for them is just wrong.
Okay, I don't really care about basketball, so I'll live with that.
No, I got nothing. I agree with everything. So, I mean, we're all, I think, are in agreement collectively that.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's what I wanted. Now, the last part of what I want to do here is bring you guys to Twitter, because this this is the last part of what I really want to address here. This was just like, I don't even know what to say about this. I really don't. Hold on. Okay. Let me share the screen with this one. All right. This is icing on the cake right here. I mean, all right. I don't like Twitter, but you guys, I have to have Twitter to keep up, whether I like it or not. You know, it is what it is.
You gotta be safe though. I know exactly what you mean. Trust me. One tweet goes viral in the community, and you're never getting out of it.
I used to have to hit all you guys up, like, what? Tell me what happened on Twitter, and like that's annoying, you know. Like AZ, you don't like Twitter, we get it, but like, you know, I can't be a freaking correspondent here. Like, you gotta figure it out yourself. So listen, this was this morning, right? A couple hours ago. Now listen, when you have, this is Backwoods Barbi's tweet, when you have that many subs and you have zero support, only people calling you out, read the room. Maybe it's time you make a change. Read the effing room. Okay. Barbie, with all due respect, honey, I think that you need to read the room, because I have not encountered a single person who thinks that you have broke this news, that Katie has committed plagiarism with you. I can't find it. I'm asking anybody out there.
To be fair, wouldn't a story like this break out in the backwoods? Maybe Eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, man.
Boy, I'm from the city. I don't know nothing about no backwoods, okay?
Me either, but we're talking to Barbie, so maybe she's the expert on it. Maybe that's where, she really does have the scoop.
Yo, maybe in her area, maybe she really does.
Right,
she does have a lot of support.
That's a great point. In her area, okay. Maybe she does. But on YouTube,
she has the troll, she has people, sock accounts, she has a lot of support, and she also has a channel that is anti KJ. You know, those two women.
Wait, according to Tammy Jackson, Barbie is from Mississippi.
Oh.
Okay. So maybe it's down there in the bayou.
But you guys get my point, right? She Backwoods Barbi, and this is what makes me feel bad. She's like, why won't anybody stick up for me? Girl, you haven't been nice to the people that have gone out of their ways to try to help you. So why would people come running to your rescue, for one? Okay. For two, this tweet could almost be like, written about you. And I understand if there's some problems going on, and I certainly hope that you take some time and figure out whatever it is, because when you have a whole community of people, not your echo chamber subscribers, a whole community of people are telling you, hey, you're wrong, then you need to reevaluate. With all due respect, please reevaluate, because I don't want to see anybody fail. And I think that with continuing to come up with these ludicrous accusations, it's just not going to be good for anybody and on any end, Do you guys agree?
Yep.
Right.
Look how she treated Truth Sleuth. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not sure. No, I'm kidding. I agree.
I love Allie. She's awesome.
Because now, if you guys aren't familiar with the Truth Sleuth thing, I'll give you a little rundown. So Barbie had been having some of her videos struck or hit, or YouTube was taking it down. Her thumbnails had a problem. She was having problems with her YouTube again, right? Because this is a reoccurring thing with her. So Truth Sleuth reached out to her and was like, look, your thumbnail showed a nudity or a boob, and sometimes that they'll take this stuff down, which is true. It is true. You might not think your thumbnail is bad, but YouTube might view it as that, the automatic computer or whatever. Sometimes you use the wrong word and they'll take it down. Thumbnails are a big deal to them. Like, if it has you get the point. So Truth Sleuth was like, look, this is why you're having problems. And she was like, oh, hell no. Y'all, she trying to tell me I was wrong. Y'all, no, don't ask for help. And then when someone gives it to you, you don't know how to act right. Like, that was a little bit out of left field to me, and that was not all right, So you can't treat your fellow creators like that unless you have a real good reason to, or else everyone else is gonna stand back and be like, yeah, I'm not going to go stick up for that girl. Look what she did to this one. Like, you know what I mean? And it must be a really crappy feeling. It must be a really crappy feeling to feel like the whole world is against you, that you can't even get one creator to go to bat for you. Like, besides Katie, she did that shit to herself. I don't feel bad for her. I'm saying Barbie. I feel bad. I really do. Like, I can't imagine feeling like that. Now, with that being said, and a lot of you who have heard me so far and agreed and asked me to tread lightly with this topic, okay, you might not like this next part. Okay, people might not like this next part. You might not like what I have to say, and you might not really agree with this. I'm convinced that Backwoods Barbi does not have organic growth on her channel either. And it's not because I'm a hater. It's not because I'm a hater. I love to see people shine, okay? I do. I really I just figured out how to work like all this crazy stuff in Adobe, and I can't wait to make the squad shine. Like, I love to see other people shine. That's not my issue, okay? So before you come at me,
you only have 2.5K views, 5K views, but then it shows 100 subs added, but then her views aren't going up at all.
Yes. Now here's
so what does that mean? Somebody's buying views?
I don't know for sure. I mean, I can't sit here and say I know that for sure. But what I can say is it doesn't seem right. I'll show you. Let me bring up Social Blade. And remember, back a year ago, she was bugging out all the time, like, why I'm being shadow banned, nobody will subscribe to me, but this, that, the other thing, right? Then all of a sudden, she got this exponential growth, which I'm sure a lot of it came from My Big Fat Fabulous Life, because not many people cover that. Like, I'm not saying that it didn't have to do with talent. I'm not saying like that a lot of her growth didn't come because she's good at what she does, because she is, okay? But I think a huge portion of it is not organic, and I'll show you why. And if I'm wrong about that, feel free to let me know, okay? So let me bring this up here. I'm saying some of her subscribers are not organic, in my opinion. Let me make that clear. Let me bring it up here.
Well, I actually know one person that has a connect on buying subs, and they said it was reputable. And I think they're buying 100 at a time. If I'm not mistaken,
you said it didn't work.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work.
All right. You guys are crazy. All right, let me bring this up here. All right. So about a year ago, literally, like almost basically a year ago, she was at where I am, I think. Like, I can't remember correctly, and I don't have like the paid version of Social Bleed, but I'm pretty sure she was there somewhere around 7,000, right? I'm pretty sure. Now, there were times where she had like huge jumps, and it's normal. People can have huge jumps, right? Like, they can. But what's supposed to happen, like these two graphs, like right here and right here, right? Usually they look alike. Like, usually, like, we'll go up, down, together kind of thing, because it's views on the top and subscribers on the bottom. How are you getting more subscribers than you're getting views? You need views to get subscribers, unless you're marketing the shit out of yourself, which I know she does. Now, for example, I want to give you another example where you get more subscribers than views on a particular day. I went to Molly Go Lightly the other night. I didn't make any content that day, and I still got more subscribers than views, which is not common, but it can happen, right? But when you see huge time jumps where it happens, that tells me that something's not right. Once in a while, yeah. All the time like that, months in a row, no. And I know she goes to Reddit here, there, everywhere, but that tells me that just looks weird to me. It does. It just does. It's huge. It's not just a little few here and there. It's a lot, like a real lot, not a couple, a lot. And why am I bringing this up? You're asking, why do you care about her so-called AZ? Well, I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because that brings me to my next point. There's a whole process of why I'm talking about this, okay? Now, one of her biggest issues right now is her Instagram. My Instagram, they're hacking my Instagram, they're taking my Instagram, blah, 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 right? You know what also gets your Instagram taken away? Breaking the terms of service, purchasing subscribers, followers, harassment, bullying. All those things can get you suspended for a few days, whatever it is, right? That happens too. So for her to say the only reason why my Instagram gone is because I was hacked, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't, because does the girl not have two-factor authentication?
just gonna say that. I was just about to say, hey, Kim.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, I just wanted to make one comment that I'm gonna jump down. It was about the how they round up on the subscriber counts or whatever. Depending on how big your account is, they start rounding up by the 100 or the 1,000 and so on.
Right. I didn't
Oh,
bring
do
up
they
her
round up?
hundreds. I wasn't even talking about her hundreds. I was talking about her
like
graphs.
When you show like the graphs of what it is daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to put that out there because some people just don't know that if it says, hey, I got 100 each day in the little analytics or whatever.
Okay,
it could be
let me bring it
89,
back up.
It could
Yeah.
be whatever.
Hold on. Stay on here with me because now everyone's probably like, what are you guys talking about? So hold on one second. I want to bring it up now because we'll look at it together. I know I've never talked to you, but I've always admired your hair so much. Like you have my
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that is the truth.
my spirit here. Okay, so let me zoom in. Let me because Kim, I actually want to talk to you about this too, because I know that you've brought this up to me before too. But what I think the part where the wires got crossed here is not so much the 100, because I know that when you're a larger creator, they have to round up. Somebody on a smaller creator, like they'll use threes and stuff, right?
Yeah, like for me, like my social blade, it shows 3, 27, 48, you know.
Right. Larger creators, you get whole numbers. So you did tell me about that, Kim. You did. But what doesn't make sense? So as you can see, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And, oh, shit, I didn't put it on the screen. I'm sorry. Leave it to Beaver. All right. So look at 100, 100, 100, 100, right? Which is great. And she could have gone 80 and it could say 100, right? Because they round up, right? That definitely makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What doesn't make sense to me is sometimes someone like me will have 10, 20, 30, you know what I'm saying? Like tens. Like to have constantly 100, 100, 100, 100 and no other number, that's strange to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? But you're right. You did inform me of that.
Sense.
You know, for example, let me compare it to mine, right? She's definitely got way more. Maybe mine will show you what I mean. Hold on, I haven't looked at it.
I showed yours last night on my live stream.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I compared it a little bit.
Like 10, 40. That's the 160 from Molly Go Layla. But you see how it says 40, 10, etc. Like you never see that. It's always 100, 100, 100, 100. But maybe there's a reason why. I don't. Social Blade freaking confuses me. So whatever. But I think that what I'm getting at here is maybe, just maybe, her Instagram has inorganic stuff. Because for three times your Instagram. I've had my personal Instagram for how long? I don't know. You have two. Anytime I want to change my password, I get an email. So like. I don't know. Steve McRae always has 100.
Steve actually just said hi.
What'd you say, Kim?
In chat, he said, "Tell Easy I said hi."
Oh, hi.
Hi. He says hi. I'll say.
I just wanted to put in like general information because a lot of people, I mean, they don't understand how some of it works, but I get what you're saying. And it also is weird when you get a channel that has all these big numbers of subscribers, but they're only getting a certain amount of views for each video. I mean, it's a lot like with KJ's Twitter and Instagram. She's got all these members, but she can't get any play from like comments or likes or any of that shit. So
right.
It is, though.
Because she's got a lot of hate watchers.
Suspicious of everything, though. Yeah.
I think a lot of us can be suspicious of everything, right? But the only reason why I even care about this, I could give a shit less how many subscribers she has, whatever. My point is that, you know, she's crying about her Instagram, but like if you have two-factor, I can never say this right, two-factor on authentication. I say authentication. I know I don't say it right, but you know me. I can't even say Suedo. I say that wrong too. So, you know, if you have that on, how is this happening to you time and time again? There's got to be another kind of problem.
I don't understand how she keeps getting hacked either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be another problem that's going on with her that makes her lose her accounts other than she's getting hacked. And
because I've only heard that with like big accounts getting hacked, not like smaller channels. Like, come on. If somebody want to take my channel, I'm like, oh, okay. I do dog shorts. I mean, come on. It's like, why would you go for
the
this
Instagrams and social media can easily be hacked, you know?
Right. They can. And it's just, so you guys got to understand, I've watched her go from why does everybody love Leslie? Nobody loves me. Nobody's subscribing. I'm shadow banned. I'm this, I'm that. To growing exponentially, having her views not match her subscribers. Now her Instagram's gone for 3 times, and she says she's being hacked. But if you have 2FA on, there's no way that can happen. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not a hacker, but I don't think there is. And it's just
Facebook. I mean, you can hack Instagram.
And yeah, I'm sure you can, but why would somebody want it? Why? Like, why would KJ do that to her?
That real quick?
Sure.
Or maybe somebody else in her town got a Wi-Fi system.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say, like, if she's complaining about why would somebody watch LB or somebody else when it's the same like genre or same kind of like content or whatever. It's just like any news channel. You got CNN, Fox, whatever. You're going to have your preference. If I wanted to go hear, a certain kind of bent, news, I would go to this channel. So you like what you like and you don't. You know what I mean?
Well, no, just to piggyback off
you
of that.
You can't cry about that. That's just on you.
You want to see it from the person you relate to the most. And if a few people relate to Backwoods Barbi on the same story, but a lot more went to another channel, that's nothing illegal or even worth complaining about. You need to take a look at what you're doing and find out how come you didn't keep the same amount of people.
Well, I think the thing is, I think her problem with LB is
channels that I watch, like I can't watch them because they take forever. Sorry,
I know. It's like, get to the point. I know people that do that. What I was going to say, I think the reason why she dislikes LB is because I
never know when to talk.
I know it's hard, right? Because we overlap each other. It's not your fault. Don't worry. And plus, I interrupt people. I've tried to get better at that, but it's usually just me. I'm sorry.
Me too. I'm really bad at that. And I'm like,
oh my God. My first interview I ever did with the Dr. Phil. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but that I railroaded that lady. Like, I learned a lot from that interview. I was bad, so bad. But all right, what was I gonna say? I just wouldn't let her talk because I had such a fear of like dead air. I was like terrified that people like were gonna turn away if I stopped talking for 1 second. So I just railroaded her. The entire interview was horrible. Like, anyway, so it's embarrassing, but hey, I own it. I'm owning it. So the reason why she dislikes LB is because I think when LB went through her problems with Katie, everybody like supported her. Do you know what I mean? And then here's Barbi saying, I'm going through this with Katie. And everybody's like, nah, dude, you're overthinking it. And like, that makes her angry because she wants that same kind of support. I think that's her main problem with it. And it's just really sad. Like, it's sad. It makes me feel bad. It's sad.
But you know what I think? Honestly, with the whole streaming and the platform where anybody can do it, sometimes when people blow up too fast, the financial and the business aspects of it and protocols, it goes over their head. And so, as an independent contractor, they just think I should get all the business. And then when they see somebody else getting business, they don't only see that as money they could have had, but they also see it as a threat to their current business. And then they start crying about it. But those that complain about competition usually cannot compete.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube.
I like that quote.
Yeah, you're full of good quotes, Crazy Conflict. That's the thing about of YouTube, right? Like, people love LB because she's soft spoken, she doesn't yell, she doesn't use bad words, she's pretty, like, and then you have people like Barbi's kind of on the same sphere as me. Like, we're like yell in your face, like be you know what I'm saying? Like, we're a different breed, and that's the beauty of YouTube. Like, you there's all kinds. And I think that, and I know this is so cliche, but like, there's room for everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there really is,
The problem just comes up when people feel threatened with somebody's coming too close to, I guess, their realm, and then they have to go on this attack.
Yeah.
And
that's usually just a manifestation of insecurity.
They need to start being on their territory or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, Chanley Bitch wants to know, how is that LB's problem that she's cute, a hard worker, soft-spoken, and is very entertaining?
Right.
Well, I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. I just think that delivery gets you. Sometimes your delivery will get you more support or less support. Like, when I freaked out about Real Entertainment News, like, I didn't get so much. People were like, "Yo, you might not want to do that, easy." Like, sometimes you have to listen. Like, this is my whole thing of showing her tweet. Like, read the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Barbi, please read the room. Like, just read it. Take a break. Touch the grass, like, you know. And I wish that if I were doing something like that, that somebody would tell me, hey, you're not looking at this the right way, you know.
I will be the one.
Yeah, somebody tell me. Like, I mean,
I will go into your DMs. You know me.
People have had to do that. It's good to have people do that. Like, people think like, oh, you're just doing this because you just want to bash the girl, blah blah blah. Yo, yesterday I was angry about it because of what she did to Waxy with the whole I don't need to give you credit, but everyone needs to give me credit. Like, that pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. But like, now that I'm looking at this from a different angle, I'm like, something's not right here. This girl's feeling pretty attacked. She's feeling pretty alone, and above all else, that's pretty sad. It's sad. It really is. And I don't want anybody to feel that way. And I hope she takes a break and realizes that the claims she's making, we can see that they don't really add up, you know? And I don't know. You guys get what I'm trying to say, but
the thing that I would like to point out, if she's part of the anti-community, nobody should care if the information about KJ is being put out there. And when there's some good KJ dirt, you want to see as many different opinions and clips and sound bites as possible.
There is no anti-KJ because there's no
hey guys,
pro-KJ.
I think my mic is cutting out because I'm getting like static.
You sound fine to me.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. I hear you fine, Kim.
Okay, let me just take this one comment and then I'm gonna hop down. I want to say something about the plagiarism, like with this newest story, which isn't new at all. The reason I had a problem is because it's not like this story happened yesterday. It's getting picked up because of the case, but that whole Oprah thing happened in like 2006. So I don't know how anybody could plagiarize anybody except maybe the both of them doing it. It made no sense to me.
I know. And she's showing you the article.
She found
like, this
old
is
newspaper in the wall and like, ooh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But the moral of the story too, and I'm not even talking just with her. Like, if every time a creator reaches out to you and tries to, speaking of creators and patterns, right? Listen to this pattern. All right. I found another instance where BX Beast Boy, I haven't talked about him in forever. So anybody has a problem with it, oh well. Listen, BX Beast Boy, he could not hold another friend, like a YouTube acquaintance, excuse me, God forbid I use the word friend, a YouTube acquaintance. Every single person that gets near him gets burned, and it is a consistent pattern. Patterns tell you everything. I'm just saying, but I noticed that again lately. I'm like, damn, that dude still has not, kept anybody around. But
what does that pattern indicate? Self-sabotage or self-destruction?
I don't know. I'm no expert. I'm just saying patterns. Patterns.
I don't watch this channel, so I wouldn't know enough about it. I'd have to watch him to say I don't want to watch.
I don't know what his deal is. I really don't. I don't know. I think he smokes too much weed. Maybe he's paranoid. I don't know.
I know what this one's about, but I don't know about.
If he's paranoid from weed, then he must be smoking sativa. Maybe. Just puts you out.
No, I think he just, maybe it is self-sabotage. I don't know what it is. He's right. Everyone else is wrong 100% of the time. He's the realist. I'm the realist. Some people don't like me because I'm the realist. Like, shut up. If you ever tell everybody how real you are,
let me know in the chat.
Yeah, if you have to tell everybody how real you are all the time, are you really even real? Like, just stop. Like, ugh.
Well, that's the same thing when people have to say I'm a grown-ass man. If you have to tell people and you're doing something wrong, they should just know it on sight.
You don't need to leave a departure notice, but you can leave any other comment down below.
I'm going to leave a departure notice right now, though.
Okay.
I'm going to hop down because my headphones are absolute dog shit. But thanks for having me up. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
It was great to talk to everybody.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for coming up.
Love you, Kimmy.
Right.
Love your hair.
Everybody.
Bye.
Ori Enigma says BX is showing up in another sphere of YouTube, and already he shit the bed.
Yeah, probably the true crime area.
He went into true crime.
No, I don't know about that, but I know he's got some drama with like other true crime people. Like like for example, he's called me Save Robbie. I don't know if you guys know who Save Robbie is. He is he's a polarizing dude. He's I don't even know how to describe him without like getting canceled. But anyways, he compares me to Save Robbie, and he's got a problem with him now. He's always got a problem with somebody. And if you've always got a problem with somebody, what does that say about you? Just saying. That's the point I'm trying to make. Kind of like Katie.
One telltale sign of narcissism is when nothing is ever their fault. That's the external locus of control. That's all you got to do is watch for somebody when they tell stories. If they did not do anything wrong in that story, but it always comes out that they kind of caught the bad end of it, that's a narcissist.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to get off now. Have a good day, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. I'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday, girl.
All right, peace. Bye. Yeah, we're gonna talk about crystals. It's when Steve asked me to come up and talk about crystals, I'm like, what are you trying to like debunk crystals? Because I know he's got like a debate. He's like the great debater or whatever. I'm like, are you gonna tell me how dumb I am for liking crystals? Like, it's all I could think about. Not that I think he would do that. What's
I don't know if you saw the video I made, but I actually put in there like your crystal video is what made me subscribe to you.
You told me that before, and I love that. That is so cool.
You didn't watch the video then? Because
I didn't.
About Radiant Brit, I put in there like that was the video because you were in a feud with somebody messy, and I thought I was going to hear some more drama, but then you were like, I can't talk about that right now, but I'm going to tell you about my crystals. And like 10 minutes later, I'm like, I'm still watching this? Like, wow, okay, that's entertaining. So if she can hold my interest in something I have no interest in, then this is a good channel.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Yeah, I love crystals, man. I really do. Like,
well, now maybe you can watch my video. Since
I literally started to watch. I thought I saw the whole thing. You're telling me what a part that I don't even remember seeing, so maybe I didn't. But I know I watched the beginning of it, though. I know I did. But anyways,
yours is at the very end because I like hit the points that I wanted to make first, and then like. What she said about you was kind of personal towards me, and so I kind of left that for last.
Yeah, Radiant Brit. It's funny because I appreciate you seeing that for what it is, right? Like there was a time where I really sat down and I was like, all right, sometimes people say bad things about me, but in this particular circumstance, I know in my heart and soul that I am not exploiting Gabby for the almighty dollar. Like, I really cared about that story. I still do. And that really hurt above all else. Like, people can laugh at me all they want. Like putting me up there with Joseph Morris, like, and Katie Joy, like really bothered me because they're just not me.
I didn't know who they were. I mean, I know who Katie Joy is, but I didn't know who these other people were. And it got me frustrated that all I got from that was she was mad because she didn't get a chance to get as many clicks and views off of Gabby Petito as you guys. Because all she did was count the subscription, the sub number, and how many videos they were making.
Yep.
And what she didn't understand was that you were showing a live news stream. It was just for people that were interested in the coverage. But she made a video about Gabby Petito too that was monetized, which makes her in fact a hypocrite.
Yeah, I know. I was so blown away by that. I was like, I'll be goddamn if I'm going to stay quiet on this one. Like, that should drove me nuts. That really, really hurt my heart because I'm like, I can't believe I'm up there with Joseph Morris, who is literally the most disgusting person to ever cover true crime in the history of ever. And I really didn't appreciate that.
The other thing I thought, though, too, I thought she purposely mentioned that Challenge podcast to make it seem like she was calling out somebody she was also friends with. And the reason I got that impression was because she gave too much explanation with it. And that always raises a red flag with me.
Did you notice her tone of voice change too? She went from like very serious to like, and now we're gonna talk about that Challenge podcast. I was like, shut up.
Look, honestly, I couldn't prove it, but in my opinion, that was one of those things. He probably knew it was coming. And she didn't really talk much about it. All she mainly talked about was his sub count and how many videos he put out. And I think the woman that came, the person that came after you, number 4 or whatever, I think that was just so she wouldn't end with you. But are you telling me out of all the Gabby Petito saturation, you only found 4 channels that stood out? 4, only 4.
Well, she said
I want to go down to TikTok.
She pretends like she don't watch me and she don't know who I am, but I'm one of the people that came up. Okay, there's a million people covering it. That much I understand. I can understand why people look at these Gabby videos and go, "Oh my God, another person covering it." Like, I get that, but if you actually took the time to watch, then maybe you would feel differently because I don't treat her like that at all. Keeping Up with KP says, "This is too bad. Backwoods and AZ have been absolute favorites a month." All right, I'm not even going to finish reading that because I want to stop you right there, KP. Listen, KP, I love you. I want you to listen clear. I don't have a problem with Backwoods Barbi. I'm not making this video to bury her. Please nobody has to pick a side. Like, that's not the point. My point is, basically that I don't think she understands, like she's literally saying, if everybody's telling you you're wrong, maybe you need to take a good look. Yeah, well, I think in this circumstance, she's wrong. I do care about her. I have gone out of my way to be really nice to the girl and got nothing in return. And so did a few other people. And that just, I don't know. I think that needed to be talked about, but I don't want nobody to send her no hate. Nothing like that, because listen, mental health is a serious thing. And if she's telling us, if she's brave enough to say to us, look, stop bullying me, my mental health is not good, then don't bully her. You can criticize her all you want, but don't bully her. Like, that's what
if I'm not mistaken, sorry, I think this is Mental Health Awareness Month, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely Breast Cancer Awareness Month, guys. But yeah, also I think
domestic violence. Yeah, it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month too. Yeah, so criticism, yeah, all that stuff, yeah, but if someone's like literally saying, like, look, I'm not okay, don't bully me, like, bullying is something completely different, you know, like, I don't consider what I'm doing right now bullying, because
you're pointing out things and you're giving an opinion that's based in fact, and you're showing the facts that are showing your opinion.
Some people might disagree with it, but it is what it is.
Disagree with facts. I mean, come on, that's like arguing against math.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, and this is how it's the second I said something about this on Instagram yesterday, Chris, somebody commented right away and was like, please just be nice, spread love, not hate. And I was like, look, I'm about facts. Like, I don't want to, it's frustrating that you can't say anything without being love or hate. Like, just because I'm disagreeing with her does not mean I'm trying to hate her. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you ever notice that when there might be a conflict and one person who might need to get called out, the people don't go to that person and say you should chill. They go to the person that's about to do the calling out and tell them to chill. Well, I know they're bad, I know, but can you just let this go, please? And that's probably what happened to you, because Backwoods Barbi is a bit of maverick. I'll leave it at that. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, yeah, there's some things that people might collectively agree, you know, she shouldn't do. But then with that, if you're going to point something out and say, I got a problem with this, and not her as a person, but what she's saying, right? And everybody's coming to you saying, be nice, they're warning you for what? Right. Like, you're not a nice person? Or you look for trouble?
Wow, you know what? That's a really good point. It really is. Like, people who are like, nah, let this one slide. Maybe just leave her alone. Like, okay, so she's on a platform, she can call people out, and she's asking everybody why this is happening. I mean, come on, man. And yeah, that is kind of insulting.
Yeah, right. Everybody's telling you to step down.
Right.
Even like, though they know what you're saying is probably valid and worth hearing, but they want you to step down because that's the noisemaker, and they want to keep the noisemaker quiet.
Right. Yep. You're absolutely right. Somebody did, a few people have said that, and, you know, I knew that would happen, but it kind of makes me go, damn, am I really a monster? Like, people think I'm going to come out here and, like, you know, drag the girl and make her look that bad. And, like, you know, it's kind of like, damn, that's what you people think of me. But, like, hey, you know what? I guess
it's not that. It's the fact that you're assertive, you're strong, you're independent. That will always intimidate weak people. And they're going to defend what they can relate more to, and they can relate to the weak better. So they're trying to get you to calm down, because in all honesty, they probably feel some of that emotion. If you're like, I'll put it out there. When you said you didn't care if people liked Radiant Brit and they liked you. Mm-hmm. And I made it clear up to that point where I made my video that I liked both of you guys. But when I saw your first video in reaction to Brit's video, I didn't watch her video. But the way you handled yourself was flawless, in my opinion. So you got the props. Even if I didn't agree with you, but I did. But even if I didn't agree with you, how you presented that, and I could tell you were fighting back. The anger and rage was all in your eyes. But you kept yourself on an even keel. You stated your position. You stated the facts, and the conclusion was perfect. And that's what made me look at what Britt said. And I didn't get through the first minute before I had 5 things that were contradictory in what she was talking about. Like, I got minute and 29 when I was like, you know what? I didn't even get to the Britt part yet. I didn't even get to the commentators yet. And I said, Britt. So, but with that, when people see that strength in you, it's almost like a resentful thing. Like, they don't want to see it. So if it's about to come out, they're going to do what they can to stop it, because it reminds them in a lot of ways how weak they are.
Oh, well, that's really nice of you. Thank you for putting it like that. That's really cool.
Listen, you told me a long time ago, real recognizes real. And
Yeah.
it's true. The one thing about you that I can say that's totally different from Brit, which I used to think was the same about her, is the consistency. You're consistent throughout. You constantly told everybody when the Petito case first came out, I'm not a true crime channel. I talk about a lot of things. So if you think I'm a true crime channel, please don't, because I talk about all kind of stuff. You make sure everybody that was jumping on that stream knew that.
Yeah.
And because you kept telling them that, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Brit talked to these people like they were completely stupid.
She sure did.
That was the part that I didn't like. Now, she made another video yesterday that she was giving an opinion about the mob mentality. And I actually thought that was pretty good. And I told her so. And then she gave me a like. But if you do something wrong, I can point out what you did wrong in that moment and still love you just as much as I always have. And a lot of times people take what you're saying about their actions as how you feel about them as a person.
Right.
And then you start internalizing that, and all of a sudden it's, oh, wait, why are you talking to me like that? Why do you hate me? I pay taxes. Don't talk to me like that.
You're absolutely right, though. You really do. They think because you gave them a critique on YouTube or wherever that all of a sudden you hate them. Like, you know, I definitely dislike Radiant Bread. I made that clear in the beginning. I said she's the type of girl I would see in the grocery store and hide from her. Like, I let them know, like, yo, she's not my cup of tea. She's really not. But, like, there are plenty of, like, for example, Molly Gold Lately. Perfect example. I talk about this all the time. I don't agree with her going out to the laundry's house, right? But I also won't sit here and hate the lady because a million people are going, you really should hate her. You really should hate her. Like, no, I'm sorry, I don't. Like, the lady makes me laugh. Like, yo, I saw a video of her the other day she tried to put my moose knuckle on the news, like outside the house, right? Outside of the laundry house, talking about the news is going to put her moose knuckle out there. The police were there. It was like complete chaos. And everybody's like, this lady is so entitled. And I was laughing. Like, and it's not funny, but it is. Like, and I have to look for the humor in things. Like, I literally
you're
do. But
laughing at the shock and awe that's what you're laughing at. Like, I can't believe I'm watching this. Did she just do that? Like, I get it.
Anybody that has enough like audacity to put their own mugshot on there and be like trash people, like, it's just, I don't know. I can't be mad at that. I'm sorry, I can't. Like, if I'm gonna sit here and say, "Oh, you're nasty," and then I have a woman who will put her mugshot out there and sell it, I mean, I'm not gonna be a walking contradiction here. It is what it is. But, anyways, listen, Backwoods Barbi.
That's why we. What I was going to say is that's one of your characteristics, though, because like you are real. If you make a mistake, you'll acknowledge it. I got like at least 3 apology videos out there.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's just
good.
like I realized I was wrong. I had to apologize to Selfie Cindy, and I had to apologize. You know who I found out? Like, actually, this was shocked the crap out of me. I actually began liking. I actually like her now, Belinda Paul.
Really? Wow.
I'll tell you what. 2 reasons. A, she's consistent. The reason that she was rubbing me the wrong way, I didn't know this, but she's autistic. She's on the spectrum. Once that clicked in, she's actually been very nice. And before I found out she had autism, I grew an admiration for her because she never backed down from me. Even when she was coming at my neck and I was coming back at her, she never backed down. And she didn't, like, people would come in there like they had to defend her, but she never asked for anything. She would tell those people, I don't need help talking to Christ Conflict. I don't worry about him. And the fact that she could do that and she wasn't afraid of me because I didn't want her to be afraid of me. But when I said goodbye to the community the first time, and I gave that letter, I think I read it on your channel or Kim's channel or Jen Fox channel or whatever, but I said, like, that was the one person that I grew to respect her.
Yep.
And, you know, because she's real. And I don't have to like everything she does. And her personality can still rub me the wrong way. But the fact that she's genuine in who she is commands that level of respect. And when you see a lot of people that flip-flop and they go back and forth, they're only manifesting how they feel about themselves on the inside. When you're confident as to who you are and you have that sense of identity, you're going to be able to take those stands and point out things that are wrong with people. And you'll see the insecurities of people and how they react to those criticisms. If I can't tell you that you're being a little distracting to where you're going to flip out and say that, you know, threaten to blow up your car, see, that's not somebody that can take criticism. But now if I say, look, you were all over the place, dude, and you come back, yeah, I was, man. Listen, I had a rough night. I'm real sorry. You know, you're owning it. And a lot of people with those soft skins don't like to own anything as far as, you know, character. I'm sorry, I just went off on a tangent. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I do that all the time. I was even thinking, like, I'm about to come up on my 1 year on YouTube, and I was actually making a list the other day of mistakes that I've made, right? Because not only do I want to, like, be happy and be like, yeah, I've been here a year, whatever, but, like, I want to, like, share with people, like, where I screwed up. You know what I mean? Like, because nobody does that enough on YouTube. Nobody will say, hey, you know what? Right here, I kind of fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
see,
nobody.
that's a testament to your growth. If you're willing to look back on everything, good or bad, and always pull the positive out, even of the bad, that's a person that wants to move forward in life. That's a person that's about growth. And as you grow, you will continue to see those people that were once alongside of you now far behind you. And as they get further behind you, they're going to talk more crap about you.
Yep.
And those are like that's the ingredients to making a hater. And like I said, Radiant Brit, the main thing I got from her, I don't want to keep harping on it, but I felt like she was just sour grapes. Like I didn't have enough time to make as many videos to get the money too, because that's all I got out of that. And then I got like a narcissistic kind of, you should listen to me, not them. Why are you watching them? You should have just watched me. And
I know, right? So,
was,
I got that too. I really did.
Yeah, that was out of the character that I knew her to be. And like I don't watch her all the time, like rarely. Like if she's talking about a topic that interests me, like she did yesterday, I'll watch it. But
yeah, like, and that's cool, man. I would never say, "How you thought you were my friend? What are you doing watching that for?" You know what I mean? Like, that's so stupid.
Exactly. Because you're confident in yourself that you can be friends with somebody I don't like, and it's not going to be a direct threat against me.
Yeah, there's people out there though who already told me, yo, if you like Molly, I'm unsubscribing. Like, wow, okay. All right, then. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, geesh, like I think that's extreme, like very extreme. You know, and I don't know, whatever.
Is this person like a child killer or something? Why are they making such harsh ultimatums?
She's a character, all right. She's definitely made some mistakes, definitely, and you know, she's outside of the Brian Laundrie house. She was very animated and loud, and she's been on reality TV before, so everybody's like, she's an attention seeker, whatever, right? The point of what I'm trying to say, the lady makes me laugh regardless. Like, I don't know. I just can't even get mad at it. But any lady that sells their own mugshot, like, I don't know, on their merch, I can't get mad at it. I don't know why. Because she owns it. She'll tell you. Yeah, exactly. She'll tell you, I'm a trash person. She won't be like, nah, I do everything right. She'll be like, nah, dude, I do everything wrong. I don't even care. Like, you know, and I can't dislike people who are like that, you know, not all the time anyways. But anyways, the point I want to get at here is Backwoods Barbi, somebody sometimes needs to just tell you, and I don't hate you. Please don't think I hate you if you're even listening to this at this point. If you ever do listen to this, I don't hate you. As a matter of fact, I'd be more than willing to just help you with whatever you would ever need help with, because I just would. I don't think you're a bad person. I just think you have misdirected anger, and for whatever reason that is, I don't really know. But hey, here we are. But thank you for coming up, Crazy Conflict. Always a pleasure. Yeah, people in the chat are like, I don't know who this guy is, but he makes sense. You do make sense once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while, you know, I try when I take my meds, you know.
Yep, I feel you, dude. I do, and that's above all else. We are all mad here, okay? We are.
Listen, love you, AZ, and make sure you watch my video on
I promise I'm gonna go finish it. All right.
All right, bye everybody.
All right, guys. Good. Check out Crazy Conflict's channel. I don't have a link. We got Crazy Actually, you know what? I'm gonna link a couple channels, a couple good channels. People up in the chat. What I'm going to do in the comments on this video, I'm going to pin a comment. And if you're a creator in this chat, then just leave your link, dude. Just spread love. Create a love. Let's show our fellow creators camaraderie, right? So we'll just do that today. But thanks for listening. I appreciate it. You know, I know I've been talking a lot about Gabby Petito lately. I know that a lot of you found me before that and don't really care for the story. It's played out. I get it. So thank you for still being here, because I know you're like, oh, Backwoods Barbi, that's something that sounds like AZ would make instead of what she's been doing lately. Like, I get it. So thanks for still being here. And if you're new and you're just used to me talking about Gabby, and now here you are, I'm talking about Bobby, then hey, you're welcome. It's all kinds, right? But love you long time. Bye, guys. Shermar, I got Shermar in my description actually already. I don't know if you noticed that, Shermar. I got you in my description. Love you long time. Bye.